3 guys of side control top game. Let's just look at other things the person on the bottom might be trying to do. So in week 1 we looked at how we like this type of control. Carl would have the underhook and I'm being heavy as a whale. Notice the way my hips are higher than my shoulders and I'm using this control to put my weight on where Carl's going. He's trying to get on the side to either win the underhook or put me back in his guard. And we were here driving, putting pressure on him. If he had the underhook, then we looked at turning and controlling this, and then we had options to attack with the straight arm lock. I could maybe mount from here, or I won the underhook. We also looked at attacking the Khmer from here. So another common thing person on bottom will be doing rather than winning the underhook is they might be framing. We talked about how I want to be comfortable, I want Carl to be uncomfortable, but if he makes a frame in my throat, you can tell that the girl simply voice, this sucks. I'm slightly uncomfortable. I've got a big forearm in my throat. So how do we deal with this? So from here, first thing is, push bro, you just turn my neck so that he's not on my throat, he's on the side of my neck. Now framing is just like passing the guard. Like Carl's made frames. Just get on your knees, bro. If Carl puts his hand on my chest here and he's framing me, if I drive into that frame, I'm not going to collapse it. But if I turn the corner, I will either this way, push, or this way. The same thing is on the bottom. Alright? The minute Carl has this frame in my throat, what does he want to do? He wants to create space to get onto the side so he can put me back in the guard. Okay? So again, from there, when that frame is in my throat, as he creates space, I turn my head. Alright? Now, all I'm going to do is put all my weight on his wrist, if that makes sense. I want to smush that wrist into this body. But from there, if I just put all my weight here, like a frame bro, and I drive into him, I'm never going to get that wrist to this body. So we want to cut that angle. So the best way is smear my body back. Okay, so I'll smear it back into this body like this. So when he's made that frame, and he's driving into my throat, first thing is I turn, so it's on the side of my neck, and now I'll recede my weight back. All my weight's pushing Carl's left wrist into this body. So now if he tries to straighten out, it's difficult. Now that I've crushed it, I want to get it away from his body. So now from that position, I start to use my body to smear it forward. You notice his left elbow comes away from his body. That's giving me the underhook. I just put the left hand on the side of my head, and now I keep smearing until I lock on the Americana. Once I have this, for those that haven't done this submission before, this is a thumbless grip. I never use my thumbs to grab my own wrist because then he's going to be starting to straighten and control. So I do not use my thumbs. Carl tries to straighten. Okay, so from here, it has a variety of different names: Americana, paintbrush, V arm lock, bent arm lock, whatever you want to call it. All I want to do is pin Carl's wrist to the mat. I'm going to drag his elbow back towards his body, and when I get tension in the arm, I'm going to then raise the elbow off the mat. Okay? So again, drag it back, lift it up. Now Carl might resist, and if he bridges, I just put my hip on his hip. That makes sense. You notice my knee is stopping Carl from putting me in the guard, and anytime he lifts that hip, I'm just there as I finish. Just get another angle on that, bro. So we're here. So again, I'm in that control one position. I'm here. Carl's starting to frame. First thing is, turn your head towards his legs. He's looking to push with that frame. So all I want to do is collapse it. If I try to drive straight into it, it's strong. So from there, I'm receding my weight back, crushing his chest into this body. And once I have it close to this body, now I want it away because I want this open elbow. So I just start to smear it forward. He's already giving me the underhook. just put the hand on the side of my head, and I keep driving with my body, and then I just find the wrist. Make my grip. Those are thumbless grips. Okay. And now from there, I just start to pin Carl's wrist to the mat. I start to drag his elbow back as I raise my elbow. Anytime I feel him trying to turn onto the side or bridge, I just put my hip on his hip and keep bridging. So one more time this side, bro. So I'm in one. This sucks when you get it done on you, because all you're really doing is just smushing this into this body, and you feel your own hand is trapped. That's why I much prefer winning the underhook, because that gives me two escapes. Either put him in the guard or get to my knees. If you make this type of control, try to get to your knees guard, it's just not going to happen, because you're restricting yourself. You can only put me in the guard from this frame. So, as he drives into me, I turn my head, and then he just smear that down. My shoulder's pushing Carl's wrist into his body. Now I want it away from his body, so I start to drive forward, winning that underhook. Hand goes on the side of the head, and I keep smearing it forward until I grab it. Thumbless grip. Anytime I feel Carl starting to run away from me, I just put my hip on his hip. It's all about putting tension in the arm. Let's play that, guys.